A wet dream. That's what he created, huh? All right, guys, welcome. How are you? I brought you in today because I came across a video. YouTube advertised a smaller channel, 80 subscribers, a guy named Matt Picker, who's going to show us his basement. He's going to show a man cave. Now, some men, you men know who you are. They think the whole house is your man cave. And that's fine. I'm going to put whatever I want in my house. And if I'm sure about it, that's it. It goes in the house. So, but the man cave is different than the house. It's the area where no one else is allowed without invitation, right? This guy, Matt Picker, is about to show us his man cave. So let's get the cans on and go check this thing out. All right, so let's get into this. First things first, I think I mentioned Matt has 80 subscribers at the time of this video, and we're going to go ahead and become 81. And it didn't turn to 81. We've already liked the video, so let's enlarge this thing and get into it. Boom.
All right, so this is my basement. Pretty standard basement.
Pretty standard. So what do we got over here? It looks like we got, that might be a video game there. We got the tunnel back to the main living area, the tunnel. And let's see this average basement. Let's go back to the beginning again.
All right, so this is my basement.
We got guitars. We've got plenty of vinyl over here. We got more music collection. It looks like maybe some movie posters, a toy. So this guy is your forever child in a good way, right? He's definitely got the money to afford the good shit. So let's get into the rest of this video. I'm telling you, I watched about a minute of this and I was blown away and like, man, I need to share this with the boys. So let's get back into it now.
Pretty standard basement, I guess. My office. And
Oh, he's getting me dizzy. I'm getting motion sickness right now. Matt, future videos, slow that camera roll just a little bit.
our little game room. Arcade
Darth Vader.
machines, all that kind of stuff.
Very average. What's he got, gold records? What is this? Hold on.
Arcade machines, all that kind of stuff.
Gold records. What's he, a producer? I hope he tells us, because I don't recall.
But back here,
Behind the curtain. Oh!
behind the curtain, I have
Oh!
created
Oh! A wet dream. That's what he created, huh?
a blast from the past.
Wow. Wow.
Got my
80s
little old school
colors.
skate shop down here.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Got the Ron John skimboards, the posters, all the old reissued decks. Oh my goodness. This seriously is exciting.
You know, this is not really supposed to be, a legitimate collection. A lot of people would look at this, and it's mostly reissues. There's some OG stuff, but for me, this is really more about aesthetic than it is anything else. It's the that feeling of, I had when I first went into a skate shop as a kid.
Who doesn't want to hang out in there and have a couple of beers, right? And talk about the old days, listen to some punk music. I mean, play some punk music. But what else does this guy do?
Kind of trying to recreate that feeling of wonderment and all the colors and the graphics. And thankfully, now you can get reissues and they're not incredibly expensive. This collection, if this were all, OGs, would be extremely expensive. And this, not to say it didn't cost me anything, but it wasn't crazy. So all these banners mostly are OG from when I was a kid. And I've had a lot of stuff over the years that's come and gone board-wise. I've had old school stuff that I've traded or sold off, and I still have a ton of stuff over here. These are all pretty much riders and Yeah, so I got this cabinet from Marketplace. This was about $35 for this cabinet, this display cabinet. Got it kind of stickered up.
He's got his old wheels in there. You could see they're all used wheels. I mean, we all have a collection of old gear, and we got it thrown in boxes on the back of workbenches. We can't find this shit, right? This is such an amazing setup. I wish I've never lived in a house with a basement, and that's a lot of extra square footage. And I wish I had a situation like that where I had that kind of square footage to deal with, to do something really cool with, like this guy. This is epic, though. This is epic. I mean, being able to create that mood that takes you back to that better time. I'm hearing a lot of people now, especially in 2020s, right? Talking about how much they miss, growing up in the 80s. I mean, everything was kind of getting available to us. Parents had the money to get this stuff. And I mean, it was truly an epic time to be alive.
On both sides, kind of the old style of skate shop display cabinet. Inside are all pretty much used wheels and trucks. There's nothing new in there.
I see one set. I said an epic time to be alive, but really more of an epic time to be a kid, for sure.
Some old patches. These are vintage patches. Well, mostly vintage anyway. Old videos and stuff. Just random stuff, but it looks cool from afar. Old vintage Vision shoes. And I made this little display of Rip Grip, which is kind of corny, but I made that out of a box.
It is kind of corny, but that's what we love about it. That is kind of corny, but seriously, that's rad too.
And some coffee pods came in for my Nespresso, and I just printed that Rip Grip thing up and filled it with Rip Grip. Obviously, it is what it is.
I like it.
So yeah, this is just all vintage banners and posters, a lot of which I've had as a kid. Swatch sticker autographed by Per Wellender back in 1989. This Airwalk sticker is autographed by Jeff Rowley, weirdly enough. And then yeah, here's kind of a look at the boards. These are a lot of stuff you'll recognize. It's been reissued. A lot of it is still available. This, like I said, stuff kind of comes and goes out of this collection. Clearly there's some oddities in here. A couple that stand out are this band, this Caballero, which is actually not real. I made this myself. This is just a price point blank, moose blank that I had a sticker printed up and I applied it myself. It doesn't look that good up close. It looks better from afar. But yeah, it does the job. It's cool. That's one I made myself. And then another one that is really cool is this Johnny Cop, which is this was my first board. Again, not real. My friend Matt made this for me. He has a little custom skate shop or skate brand that he does one-offs and stuff like that. So he printed that up for me, which is really cool.
That's really pretty cool. I didn't know that people even did that themselves, and it looks pretty good. I suppose if you have a shop in your basement, a personal shop in your basement, and there's something you want, that's the way to get it. I've never done anything cool like that. This guy's cooler than me.
Here's a reissue Mark Gonzalez, but got some stickers on there covering up the original. This is all just my own personal collection, none of it's really probably going to get sold sideways, and if it does, if any of that stuff gets sold sideways, it's certainly not going to be
advertised
as being original or anything like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, my amazing girlfriend made this cool sign, had this cool sign made up for me. I call this room the Shred Shed. I don't really know why, but it just kind of works. Over here, these are all riders.
Listen to the fan going. I hear a fan. Almost like there's a suction unit. I'm from Cali, and that reminds me of some sounds I've heard in my life. In the comments below, what am I talking about? Does anybody relate to the sound?
Mostly stuff I've put together, stuff I've had set up over the years and stuff like that. I've got a freestyle board, Bareflex Voodoo, that was my first, my first board as a kid. And so I also do this, I'm the co-host of this podcast called the Bones Brigade Audio Show.
Whoa.
And this is where I do the podcast from. Pretty cool, pretty fancy.
All right, so this is making a lot more sense than the Bones Brigade podcast. I don't know about this. I would like to listen to a podcast like this probably, though. I'll have to see if there's info in the description below to find out about that, or maybe he's going to tell us more now. I stopped watching when this guy had mentioned he was making his own graphics on some of the decks, and I thought, oh, that's cool. I gotta share this video. So this is all new to me at this point.
Set up, folding table with a cheap laptop and some mics, so that's where all that happens. Over here, we got this little music nook.
What? What?
Really, really nice. It's totally
the albums, the gold albums, dude. I don't even know if people can. You can't buy gold albums from other artists, can you? No, you have to. You earn this. This is where this guy makes the money. I don't know.
This is all soundproofed by street and ground, so. I could be playing at 3:00 in the morning and nobody would hear it. This is the
wow.
best thing if you're a drummer. And I got some guitars and basses and stuff over here, but I primarily
wow.
drums.
I love this guy.
Make noise. And then over here, there's a little.
Oh, stop! It's a multiple O. Stop. Oh, what do we got here?
Shop component to my basement, which is pretty cool. I'm a flatland rider as well. Been doing skateboarding and bike riding simultaneously for most of my life. So this is a pretty heavy duty collection. A lot of the Haro lineage bikes over here. A couple of OGs, 87 invert and a 88.5 sport. And then these are all lineage models that came out within the last few years.
Wow.
The chrome Groundmaster on the end is the one I ride most. There's a sticker sheet of a Haro circuit board, and I'm going to find a pig blank and stick that on there once I find one. And yeah, that's the little BMX wall of my little downstairs action sports retail location. So yeah, I hope you like it. This is really fun. It's cool for me to come down here and just kind of hang out, set some stuff up, do the podcast, and just go back in time a little bit. Remember what it was like walking into a skate shop for the first time in 1987, 88, and get a little bit of that vibe back. So hope you guys like it, and tune into the Bones Brigade Audio Show. It's cool. It's a good time. It's a good show. Lots of cool guests and fun stuff. So, boom. See ya.
All right, guys. So anyway, there we go, man. If I had a room like this, I would take my YouTube videos more seriously. I would probably have a better income and be able to afford more of this fun kind of crap. But, man, I'd be doing cartwheels in a room like that, hanging out. And maybe he's doing more in there, because I thought I heard some inline fans. Very reminiscent of my Cali years when I was a little different than I am today. But anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this. Give a sub to Matt Picker, if that's his name. I can't remember right. Was that it? Let's check it out. Matt Picker. If you haven't heard of Bones Brigade podcast, check it out. Find it. I don't know where it is. Let's look down in the where's the more? There it is. There's no links. So anyway, I'd like to check that out too. But if you know about it, let me know in the comments below what you think of the podcast or whatnot. If I should try to get on there and take a look at it. But yeah, anyway, peace, guys. Late.